Hey guys, it's Em, aka Boba Honey, here on YouTube and Twitch, and today I'm going to be doing a Springcore Fairycore speed build, and we are going to be decorating Maple's house today. So let's take a look at the area we're going to be decorating. Maple's house up here, which is going to be on a 3rd level, so we're going to build that up. And then kind of an entryway over here, I'm going to be building a beekeeper's hive slash honey stall because Maple is a bear cub, so I want to have that tied into her house. Alright, so I'm starting off by marking out the area that I want the honey farm to go. I did end up moving it to a different location so I can make it bigger, but that's just what I'm doing right now. And then I am placing the bridge where I thought it looked best. And then I didn't really do a lot of planning out of Maple's house. I just kind of put it down and hoped for the best, but it did end up working out pretty well for me. And so here is where I decided to move the honey farm. I am just placing out a block of the light dirt path in front of Maple's house, and then I will round out the corners just to make it kind of look nicer. So here is where I had a little bit of trouble. I had a little bit of difficulty placing the path in front of Maple's house because I wanted to make it a little bit windy, but it was just not quite working out. But as you can see, Bones did help me a little bit, and I ended up making the path a little bit thicker than I wanted, but I think it turned out pretty cute. And then here I am placing down the blanket code and the brick for the library. I'm just kind of blocking out where I'm going to be placing the furniture items later. And here I thought I had a plan, but once I placed down the brick I realized that it didn't really look good, so I just kind of made it more uniform, more square, and I was pretty happy with how that turned out. I'm just placing down a couple trees to add a little bit more green to the area. And now I am putting down just little extra flower details just because I think it just makes the area look so much nicer and so much more put together when there's custom codes on the ground that are kind of covering up the normal grass. And now I'm just placing some little items like the firewood, the little bear, and the hay bed to make a little picnic area. And I mess with the bug cage in this area a little bit later, but I am moving on to a tiny little seating area right in front of the bridge where I am placing this round stone code, and that way I can put a swinging bench in front of it, and I just think it looks cute. And now I am placing a garden lantern, but I always put this little daisy code right under it because I feel like it just adds a little something extra. And then I'm moving on to the actual library. So I'm just placing these 2 bookshelves right next to Maple's house, and I did have a little bit of trouble figuring out how I want these to be placed. I didn't know if I wanted to add a little bit more bookshelves, but I think it looks fine like that. And then I'm just interspersing it with a fan palm, and then I'm going to put some seating so Mabel can do a little bit of reading when she wants. I did end up changing the layout of the seating area, but not too much. And then I added this little gnome because he is watching to make sure no one messes with Maple, because she is precious and she is Maple Farm's mascot, obviously. And so now I'm just placing these little stepping stones just to add a little bit of something extra. So I didn't really know what to put here, so I just added a second circle code, and I just made it into a smaller seating area with a little rocking chair, just in case Maple wanted to look out into her bee farm to see what is going on. So now I'm just adding a couple extra flowers from this random cliff that I have not taken care of yet. But anyway, and then of course adding some bushes. Alright, moving on to the bee farm, the honey farm. I am just adding a couple extra custom codes onto the dirt path just to make it a little more fancy. And then the best part, I found this honey. It's like spilled honey that I'm placing down in front of the beekeeper's hives, and it just makes it look so cute. And there will be a spot down below that I will be leaving blank, but that is so I can build cliffs whenever I build the sunken waterfall. So I will get to that in the next video. So now I am placing these 2 stalls to put those wasp nests on that I guess got cut out. Alright, and so now I am moving on to this more transitional area to connect her house to the bee farm, and I'm just placing down some in-game pathing, and now I'm adding that same grass pattern path to connect those 2. And peep the lighting change. I did take a small little break in between, but I'm just continuing on this path and making it a little bit more natural looking. When I do paths like this, I like to block out the edges first, just so I know kind of where I'm going and what I want it to look like, and then I will fill it in with these patches of grass. Alright, and so now I am moving on to another picnic area. I'm continuing that same blanket code, and then I'm just adding a fringe on either side. And then I like to go back in and kind of fill out the area with a little bit of extra weeds. They don't always look good in every season, but they look good now, so. Alright, so now I'm going back in and filling out this area with trees and bushes. And just kind of making it look a little more full and a little bit more forest-like. And then I'm putting down this stepping stone path to connect the stall area to the picnic area, and also filling that in with the grass and flower detail. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with the more Springcore aesthetic or if I wanted to go more fairycore, so I kind of mixed both of them. So there's a lot of greens, a lot of yellows and whites, but I also added a lot of pinks and oranges to kind of mix those two aesthetics together. Of course, I had to add a butterfly model because it wouldn't be complete without a butterfly model. And then I'm just going back in with the final details of extra flowers and bushes and just filling out the rest of the area with weeds. Alright, so that is the build done, so let's go ahead and take a look at the final product. Okay, so you come up here, and then to the left is the stalls for the bees and the honey. Then you go down here, and there's a cute little picnic area, seating area with that bug cage that I wasn't sure where I was gonna put, and then a garden lounge and a teddy bear in the back. And then we're gonna go up this path and up here to the little seating area with a cute little bench in case you get tired from the bee farm. And then going up this ramp, here is Maple's little library. We got a cute little pie that she probably set out her window because she's such a cutie. Oh, and I forgot that you are greeted by this gnome as you come in. And then down here is just another little seating area for in case you wanted to watch the happenings or the goings-ons of the bee farm, and anything that were to happen there. There's just another bug cage and another little picnic area because you can never have too many picnic areas, with a monarch butterfly model and a little bear, and of course Maple's house. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitch and like and subscribe to my channel. I will try to post more Animal Crossing content, but I am very regular on Twitch. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and it's just Boba Honey. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching.